Hey everybody, 10 Rules All here, and there was a new update for Battlefield 2042 out this week, update 2.2, and you know I got the details, analysis, and plenty of opinion for you. But before I begin, I would like to ask that you subscribe to my YouTube channel here. I post a lot of content about all things Battlefield, so if that's your thing, make sure you sub, hit the bell to get those notifications. Okay, first thing, the rework of my absolute favorite map, Orbital. They redid vast sections of the map, adding all kinds of cover, making the runway up to the rocket a viable position with exciting action, and a new point of interest with a capture point that was added to the hills section. They also added the persistent server system for premium battle pass owners, so you'll now be able to host a server for up to a week after the last person was in the server without DICE shutting it down. So this will naturally create more opportunities for people to discover your server because it'll be up longer. But this is also really nice if you're a content creator because now you can host a server for just people within your community. But as of now, when I check, server browser is still just your typical hardcore servers and lots of people grinding for experience. The new weapons, they added 3 new vault weapons, the ACWR, the AKS-74U, and the MP12 Rex revolver handgun. As is the case with the other vault weapons though, these are unremarkable weapons and they always feel underpowered when you're using them. I'm not sure why DICE won't allow us to use the Battlefield 2042 attachments with these guns, but until they do, these are useless. But also, the ACWR that they give you is the Battlefield 3 version, which is much weaker than the Battlefield 4 version, so just keep that in mind. I did use the ACWR, and I didn't do too terribly with it, but it is really bouncy with the recoil, and a lot of the time it felt like I had to shoot the enemy maybe 6 times to bring them down at medium range, which was way too many. Likewise for the AKS-74U, if you compare it to the other SMGs in the game, it's just a slower firing weapon with more recoil. Too often when I was using this gun, same thing, it felt underpowered, and of course it cost me my life more than a few times. And then the MP12 Rex revolver, it's actually a fun little revolver. It has a break action reload, which is kind of cool. The hipfire is surprisingly tight, but it doesn't do as much damage as the M44. They also added some new attachments to the main game. You got a new blue laser sight attachment, so Angry Joe would be thrilled. We got blue now. You also got some new underbarrel weapons. Speaking of laser sights, one of the many bug fixes is the correction of the laser sight bug that makes the laser go in one direction when the gun goes in the other direction. There are so many bug fixes with this update, it is just crazy. I would never be able to read them all. Please check out the patch notes in the description. It does give me some comfort knowing, though, that they're working hard on fixing the game, because this is a ridiculous list of bug fixes. One big problem though for me with the game since the update, knowing that I play on PC, the game crashes all the time now. It crashed multiple times when I was live streaming this game over on twitch.tv/10rulesall and here on YouTube every Sunday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern. But anyway, DICE has said that they know about the crashing issue on PC and the fix is supposedly incoming. But if they can get that done soon, that would be great. In addition to the update, they also gave us a preview of the upcoming Specialist rework, which is due out in the latter half of Season 3. We're at the end of Season 2 currently. The Specialists, for those of you who don't know, are all being reorganized into 4 categories. You got your support, your engineer, your assault, and your recon categories. Irish, Crawford, and Rao specialists are getting tweaks to help them more neatly fit into their class types, and the classes are going to have unique loadouts with specific gadgets, but there's going to be still the universal weapons in the game that everyone can use regardless of which class they use. Each class will also have specific proficiencies for their weapons, so the example I heard is that you will be able to hold your breath longer if you're playing as the recon class. They're also doing this with the gadgets in the game, which are going to be broken up into 3 sections: class equipment, class gadgets, and throwables. Class equipment is always equipped and it's only available for the specific class you're using. The Assault class gets to use the self-healing medipens, the Engineers use the repair tools, and Support uses defib, and then Recon gets the tac insert beacon. Then from there you got the gadgets, which are broken down by class. Assault gets smoke launchers, IBA armor C5, and claymores. Engineer gets tank mines, recoil SM5, anti-air missile, javelin rocket, and the EOD bot. The Support class will get ammo and med crates, smoke launchers, claymores, And then Recon gets Tracer Dart Gun, Claymore, C5, Proximity Sensor, and Soul Flam Designator. And then lastly, the throwables are broken down by class as well. All classes are getting the choice of a frag grenade, smoke grenade, and an incendiary grenade. Then the Assault class has the access to the concussion grenade, and then the other 3 classes will get the EMP grenades. And then for the changes to Crawford, Irish, and Rao, there's some things moving around, like I said, so that they can better fit into the categories that DICE is adding. So Crawford and Irish are switching classes. Crawford gets the repair tool and Irish gets defib. Irish also gets cash point for Crawford, which replenishes your gadget ammo when you revive someone. Crawford gets a trait that improves his effectiveness when repairing vehicles. Rouse hacking is going to get a better HUD marker, which shows you when someone has been hacked. All of this sounds awesome, but it just really sucks we have to wait until late of Season 3 to see it. Why is this taking so long? But overall, Update 2.2 is massive. They changed a lot, they fixed a lot, and the game, honestly, is the most fun it has ever been. I feel like I've been able to say that the last few videos. Of course, I experienced plenty of crashing, and I'm irritated at the timeline of all of this, but I can't lie and say that the game isn't fun. And then, of course, yeah, the vault weapons, those are weird. They're a pretty big letdown. But what are your thoughts on the update? Tell me in the comments below. Make sure you're subbed to my channel here on YouTube for more content, and make sure you hit the like button. I'm out. I will see you guys on the next one.